What? Breaking news. Canelo Alvarez claims to be free agent and vows to fight before end of 2020. Let's have it. Is that Canelo? Is that you? Yes, so Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez saying that he's a free agent now. He's cut away from Oscar De La Hoya's Goldenboy promotions, cut away from Dazn. He says, Canelo's like, listen, I'm rolling on my ones now. I don't know what you, man, and you guys are saying, yeah, but me, Canelo, I'm doing my own thing now. Who's going to be looking to sign up Canelo Alvarez? Who's going to put the money up? Is Canelo going to be looking for the big money himself now? Let's jump into what's actually going on here. Like, subscribe, share this video, jab the subscribe button, hit that bell button, hit that bell. You know, drop your comments in the comment section below. What do you guys think about Canelo Alvarez now saying that he's a free agent and vows to fight before the end of 2020? So, what do you call it? Canelo Alvarez, you know, he's been battling and wrangling with Oscar De La Hoya, wrangling with Dazn, basically saying that they didn't give him, you know, as what he was supposed to get from his contract. He didn't get the money he was supposed to get. He didn't get the fights he was supposed to get. And to be honest, apart from Sergey Kovalev, listen, there's many fights out there I believe Canelo Alvarez should have had. Whether he wanted them or, you know, Dazn and his Goldenboy weren't able to come up with the fights, you know, or because of the COVID, they weren't able to put the fights up, you know, to pay Canelo, or Dazn's having problems with money, you know, nobody really knows. But for one reason or the other, they haven't been able to pay Canelo what he wants, what he was contractually supposed to receive. Was it 350 million or something like that? They weren't able to get the fights for him to, you know, get the money. You know, it's very confusing, you know, in terms of all this, the law and everything, they're looking into the contracts and everything. And I felt, you know, everyone's looking at that Canelo was doing all right. They thought he was, you know, good relation to Oscar De La Hoya. But obviously, it's fake news and it's been going downhill, especially with the failure of the contract that he signed with Dazn. You know, because AJ, Canelo, you know, a lot of fighters, you know, have been trying to make a lot of money from, what do you call it, working with Dazn, and unfortunately, you know, they haven't been able to meet their obligations, you know, which is a fortunate thing, because we want to see Canelo in the biggest fights. You know, obviously he wants to earn the most money, but we want to see Canelo in the biggest fights. And if they're not able to make the big fights, or if I assume Canelo wants the big fights, if they're not able to make the big fight, that's on them. If they're not able to give Canelo his money, that's on them. So Canelo said, you know what, I'm going to go my own way. I'm going free agent and I'm going to go and do what the hell I want to do. But let's jump into, you know, his trainer's comments. His trainer, Eddie Reynoso, says starting from November 6th, Canelo becomes a free agent. So we're ready to continue with his boxing career. So, you know, they cut ship and they're jumping off now. He also says that at this time we have been working very hard in the gym with a lot of responsibility and discipline to be in great physical shape and fight this year. You know, he also went on to say, is there any other comments from this guy? No, I don't seem to have any other comments here, but yeah, Canelo is going to be fighting at the end of this year, though. I think Caleb Plant, Caleb Plant holds the IBF, you know, super middleweight belt. So Canelo's going to be looking to pick up enough belt there. You know, a lot of guys are going to favor Canelo Alvarez for that fight. You know, so he's probably going to come IBF. For me, in terms of Canelo Alvarez, all this contract, I just don't give a damn. That's none of my business. They obviously want to make as much money as possible. I just want to see the big fights. That's all I care about. This is KO boxing vibe. We're looking for knockouts. I'm looking for a boxing vibe. The top fights, the good fights to watch. That's what we're looking for. Drop your comments for the fight. Who you want to see Canelo actually fight here? Because, you know, obviously on Sky Sports articles here, it says, you know, there's fighters out there like Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders. You know, obviously the Golovkin rematch is still there. Trilogy is still there. You can fight Jamal Charlo, you know, the WBC middleweight champion. Because I think Canelo's the franchise champion in the middleweight, I think, for WBC. I'm not sure. I have to double check the rankings. But I think Jamal Charlo is there as well. I think they tried to, you know, potentially fight Jamal Charlo, but he didn't want the smoke. So Charlo talking the big talk, but does he really want to fight Canelo Alvarez? That's the question from the PBC side. Could PBC be talking with fighters like Jamal Charlo and all these Deontay Wilder, but when it comes to stepping up, they don't want the fights. Talking the good game, but do they really want the fight? I think, for me personally, in the fight, who I want to see Canelo Alvarez fight Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo, the Charlo twins, both of them looking great at this point. Jamal Charlo, he's got the power, he's quick, I think it'll be an explosive. I think it will sell. The way, just the way Jamal knows how to talk, his personality, his persona. Canelo Alvarez bringing that, he's the cash cow, the A side himself, the Mexican fans. It will be a massive fight if Canelo Alvarez is to fight Jamal Charlo. It will be a huge fight. That's a fight I'd like to see. The Golovkin trilogy, we've seen it twice, but it's still a big fight for Canelo Alvarez. Billy Joe Saunders doesn't seem to want the smoke for some reason. They offered him money. He said it's not enough money. You're offered to fight Canelo Alvarez for potentially the highest payday of your life, and you say it's not enough money. Get the hell out of here, bruv. Now you've got Callum Smith, is it Eddie Hearn that's working on the fight with Canelo? I don't know what's going on with that Callum Smith fight. It seems to have just dwindled into the wilderness. So we've got these kind of fights out here for Canelo Alvarez. He says he's been working in the gym, which he has been. I think there's been, I've seen I think there's some footage online. I think he has been working out in the gym. He's been working hard still under the circumstances. But in terms of the business, he's cut ties with, he says he's cut ties with Oscar De La Hoya, which is Goldenboy's promotions. He's cut ties with Dazn. He's now a free agent. He's open to doing what the hell he wants to do. He's a boss man. Doesn't have anyone peering over him saying, do this, do this. He's now in full control. He might go over, fight on Top Rank if he wants. He can fight on PBC if he wants. He can fight on Dazn if he wants. He can fight, Matchroom if he wants. He can fight on whatever. Whoever's going to pay the money, pay up the money, he's going straight there. Drop your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about Canelo Alvarez now becoming a free agent, vowing to fight before the end of 2020? He's going to be fighting Caleb Plant, apparently, who holds is it the super middleweight or midweight? I can't even remember now. Holds it was the not middleweight. I can't remember. The super middleweight IBF belt. Is going to be looking to pick up another belt there and become the IBF super middleweight champion. So we have to wait and see what happens. Like, subscribe, share this video. Canelo Alvarez, now a free agent, looking to do big things in boxing. Like, subscribe, share this video. Cool.